All right, man. Peace. So now President Donald Trump has decided that he's going to roll back the comprehensive coverage that the insurance companies were providing the liberal woman for her contraceptives, aka her birth control pills, aka her whole pills. They're going to talk about it. Of course, I'm going to chime in.
The Trump administration's plan to roll back mandatory insurance coverage for birth control faces a new federal court challenge. Washington State's Attorney General sued yesterday to stop the new rules from taking effect.
Well, you notice it says the Washington Attorney General. Those of us who pay attention know that Seattle, in that upper northwest corner of the United States, is a super liberal region. That's one of those weed smoking, anything goes, protest everything regions. That's why Michael Bennett can be there like the nut job that he is and not get ran out of town.
California and Massachusetts have already filed similar complaints.
Oh, what a shock. California and Massachusetts, two other super liberal states.
Last week, the administration said it is changing the Obamacare requirement that health plans cover contraception. It wants to exempt any non-government employer with a, quote, religious or moral objection.
Once again, Donald Trump shows that he knows his constituency. He knows the role to play, and he is following through on many of the promises that he made to his constituency, that being the middle America conservative Caucasians. He knows exactly what he needs to do to engender support amongst his constituency. Now, does Donald Trump believe in the Most High, believe in God, believe in the Bible? No, no, and no. I'm sure he does not. But he knows exactly what he needs to do to maintain their support. Okay? And he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Me personally, I love seeing something like this. I love to see these liberal women squirm. I love to see them being put in positions where they actually have to be held accountable for their actions and their misdeeds. I love every minute of it.
Adriana Diaz is on the campus of Notre Dame University in Indiana, which welcomed the changes.
Of course they welcome the changes. That's a Catholic university.
Adriana, good morning.
Good morning. Because of the Catholic Church's strict stance against contraception, Notre Dame has fought the birth control mandate for years. And though it hasn't decided to completely withdraw coverage yet, some women on this campus are worried about losing a part of their healthcare coverage.
No, they're worried that they may actually get pregnant because they can't keep their legs closed. In regards to the Catholic Church is against birth control in name only. The Catholic Church, as everybody knows, is involved not only in mass pedophilia rings and child sex trafficking, they're also involved in child sacrifice, right? Allegedly.
I respect my university's adherence to Catholicism, but I also think that no woman should have to choose between her serious medical needs and her university's religion.
Her serious medical needs. Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you decided to attend a Catholic university. All right. Since you're so in favor of a woman's right to choose, now you should choose to transfer to another college that is more in line with your super liberal views. And once again, brothers, these are the things that this is why I blame the modern day man for a lot of these issues. Modern day males have allowed the female to stipulate the terms of engagement. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but the woman is an agent of chaos. Once men or males decide that they're going to play along with the female's implementation of her delusional, fantastical understanding of what society is about, that they're just going to keep going further and further and further. Because as I've said, the woman is nothing but a child with breasts. That's all they are until they're 45 years old. I mean, these women, they could look dead in the camera and basically say that these corporations are supposed to pay so that they don't get pregnant when they go out and get drunk on Friday and Saturday night and some guy plows them out in the bathroom. That's basically all this is about. They have the right to choose, but they don't want to have the right to choose to make good decisions with their sex life.
Notre Dame law student Kate Roche signed up for the university health.
And this is a law student.
health plan just last year, and it could already be in for a drastic change. The school may drop birth control coverage following the Trump administration's announcement Friday.
It's an abomination that these corporations ever had to pay for these women's birth control in the first place. They should pass a law called pussy control, where every woman is forced to be held accountable for what she does with her pussy. If you decide that you're going to have children, if you decide that you're going to get pregnant, if you decide that you're going to sleep with a bunch of men, it's all your responsibility. Remember, you're an independent woman. Right? Somebody needs to open up a dictionary and explain to these females, these liberal females, what the term independent means and what it implies. It implies accountability and it implies culpability. You must be held accountable for your actions. That's what that means. No, everybody does not have to clean up the messes that you make.
At this point in my life, I don't have a disposable income to go out and seek out contraceptives or like a private insurance provider.
Well, then that means that you're probably too broke to fuck. If you're too broke to buy morning after pills, and if you're too broke to buy condoms, and you're too broke to to buy birth control pills, then that means you're too broke to fuck. That's what that amounts to. So try to keep your legs closed. I know it's difficult, but try.
The new rules would give, quote, conscience protections to employers based on their religious or moral convictions.
And that's great. If you're a corporation that adheres to certain quote unquote religious beliefs, whether it be Christian fundamentalist or Catholic or Muslim or what have you, why should you have to pay for some hoe to continue to run around and be a hoe and live out her Sex in the City fantasy? Because that's all most of these bitches do from the age of about 18 to 35. They run all up and down throughout every city in America, fucking random men, going to bars and clubs and lounges Friday, Saturday night, and then trying to run to church on Sunday morning to try to act like they have a relationship with God. Like I had some dumbass liberal black woman message me talking about trying to tell me what the Bible says, and the broad gonna tell me in her message the Bible says that a man is supposed to love a woman with no and be subservient to that woman in love. Like the bitch actually typed me this nonsense. I mean it's I had to tell the female what I tell all females who come on my channel and try to engage in back and forth, that this channel is not for the gender war. And I really don't give two shits about your opinion on any subject. I don't come on here to go back and forth with females. That's your man's job. You know why that's his job? Because he's the one getting pussy from you. Okay? If I'm not getting any pussy from you, I don't care what you're talking about. And I've said this before, unless I came out of your vagina or I'm going into it, what you have to say is not relevant to me. If you don't like that, oh well. All right. But this is the major problem that you have here in America. The modern day liberal female is totally out of order and has a serious entitlement issue. And it's due to being coddled by most of these weak men. And I see it a lot of times. They come on my channel with their simposity, being weak. And I've said this already. 90% of simps don't even have a woman. Right? They're pathetic.
This includes nonprofits and publicly traded companies. Under the Obama administration, only houses of worship could be exempt.
Well, you know what? Every corporation should be able to say, I don't want to have to pay for a hoe to be a hoe. Okay? If I wanted to pay for a hoe to be a hoe, I'd run a brothel. Why the fuck do I have to pay for this broad to take a bunch of pills because she can't keep her legs closed? Get the hell out of here.
Come on up here, sister. Come on up. Right?
President Trump signaled the regulatory changes in May when he invited these nuns who had challenged the birth control mandate in court to the Rose Garden.
And good for them. But let me say this. Most of these nuns are having sex with the priests anyway. A lot of these nuns have abortions that that don't get reported because they're having sex with the priests. They ain't sitting up in no damn nunnery for 80 years with their legs crossed and a rosary in their hand praying to Caesar Borgia. No. They having sex with the priests. A lot of them are, allegedly.
With this executive order, we are ending the attacks on your religious liberty.
Good for you, sir. And like I said before, when I mentioned this provision, any liberal blacks or pro-blacks who are trying to push all this anti-Trump, Trump is the enemy of black people shit. If any of you who don't like the birth control provision that he's passing, you can kick rocks. Okay. The reason why a lot of you liberal blacks and pro blacks don't like this is because you can't control your damn woman. The black woman is running up and down every street in every city in America like a damn stray dog, raising her leg for everything that passed by. Okay. The liberal black woman is doing that. Yes, they are. Okay? A lot of these broads, their age matches the amount of men that they've been with. Okay. 40 years old, been with 40 men. 30 years old, been with 30 men. And a lot of times that's a conservative number. Okay. All these liberal women, no matter what the race, they're all fucking a bunch of people. That's why they want everybody to clean up their mess for them. Get the hell out of here.
Houston Baptist University President Robert Sloan says the old rules forced his institution to cover emergency contraception like
Look at this shit, Plan B. Plan A was being a hoe.
Like Plan B, which he considers a form of abortion. He says the new rules protect freedom of religion.
Because the government does not have the right to tell the Little Sisters of the Poor or Notre Dame or any Catholic institution what its own religious convictions are.
I agree. And this is why I talk about liberal politicians. They're just slaves and extensions of the banks. People like Obama. Obama's job and people like him, their job is to make socialist reforms palatable for the masses, to make you think that they're doing things for the good of everybody, and he's really not. All right, that's why he puts all these. That's why he made all these reforms and provisions to force corporations to pay for everybody else's misdeeds. In a republic, people are responsible for their own actions. America is not a republic. All right, and many people don't understand that.
58% of women use oral contraceptive pills for reasons beyond birth control.
Bullshit. Ain't no way in hell more than 1 out of every 2 women are using quote unquote contraceptives for something other than birth control. Let's knock it off.
Control, like treating the disease endometriosis or menstrual pain.
Well, what are they treating for being hoes? What percentage of them are using the pills for their hoe treatment?
Those pills can cost more than $1,000 a year without insurance.
$1,000 a year, that's less than $100 a month. Tell them to stop going to the club so much. That'll make up for the cost.
Insurance. Roche, a member of the ACLU, is now a plaintiff in the group's lawsuit challenging the Trump administration rules.
Was it difficult for you to decide to speak out?
Oh, it wasn't difficult at all. I mean, she realized real quick when that provision came out. She said, wait a minute. I've only slept with 40 guys this semester. I'm trying to break 50 before the end, before I take my finals. What the hell am I going to do if I don't have Plan B? I mean, shit, I'm actually going to have to stay at home and study.
Coming forward about such a personal matter is a really scary prospect. But at the end of the day, a lot of women on campus feel that this is an unfair intrusion into our private rights.
It's an unfair intrusion into your private rights that other people are not going to have to be held liable for your misdeeds. That makes a lot of sense. You're going to make a hell of a lawyer.
The new regulations are expected to be published on Friday. The Trump administration estimates that 200 employers could take advantage of the exemption, potentially impacting 120,000 women.
You mean 120,000 hoes? That's what you're talking about. Please keep in mind, America is a country of almost 400 million people. You're saying that people should be concerned about something that, according to you, is only going to affect 120,000 women. Okay. That just shows you, once again, the liberal media and what their bent is and what their slant is. And once again, this is why a lot of people are going to be shocked and surprised when Trump gets put back into the White House again. All right. And it is going to happen because people are starting to see through a lot of the bullshit. And I got a lot of slow brain pro-blacks who come on my channel and want to try to make some type of association between my anti-liberal commentary and being pro-conservative. Once again, I do not align myself with any political ideology. The reason why I speak on liberalism is because that is the ideology that is pushed on people of color the most, so-called people of color. And that is the ideology that they tend to embrace. All right. My channel is geared towards the so-called black man. OK, so, I got into something with some old head Negro on one of these videos, and he was, getting all roused up. Look, I told him straight up, dude, if the older generation of black males had done their job, I wouldn't have to say the things that I said. Okay? A lot of older brothers failed to teach a lot of these young cats what the right way is and what to watch out for. All right? A lot of you guys are sending these young brothers out to battle with no helmet on. And then when they get that headshot, they have no chance of surviving. This is why you got dudes out here getting locked up for child support. And, believing that, that everything is just going to be hunky-dory. No, everything is not going to be hunky-dory, brother. All right? You have to be vigilant and be aware of what's going on around you at all times. You must have your head on a swivel at all times. You must have 360 degrees of vision. Okay? Because these people out here, they don't give a shit about you as a so-called black man. Period. So you must watch yourself at all times and protect yourself at all times, just like a boxing match. So that's basically that. Anyway, peace.